the academia sure... But what...
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
As do you. You don't seem wary at all. So,
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon...
funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a
Really? You were thinking of us too?
Indeed. Or you really want me to say the rest?
Oh, darn, he said it.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in...
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only...
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to...
All right. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved...
Need any help? We only came...
Such enthusiasm.
What?
Obvious enough. All right. Follow me. Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both...
Huh? Cyno's
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Сайно. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be...
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon?
Paimon's ready to...
All right, take a look. Yes. Some of the...
So is there something wrong with the...
Possibly. And I bet the paper has some...
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a...
So do we think the... Wait! Check this out!
Agreed. The staining suggests it
A colored liquid.
looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arov. There are some...
Arav. Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is... Oh, one last thing.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit's
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatic...
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the... Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home. Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just... And crucially, the culprit...
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden. For someone reckless enough, there are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arov. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when
You smiled when Arov left. I saw...
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me!
Really? Then why are you... The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno,
You're telling me. 1 minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute, looked like a young guy too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so...
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist...
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, serious.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We question the culprit regarding his motive.
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing...
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking down on his luck. He went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but...
Professor, there's no...
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay.
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individual spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes, and some old...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new... You seem confused. Oh, don't... Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia...
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boys.
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants, and they're often away on business.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the... We have to show them how serious this situation...
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for...
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have... Ah, and isn't Tainari in town?
Wait, you mean
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia, though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari.
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the... go on now. Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word, it was students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with most of what I know I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal...
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
What? sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a...
I can't believe how young the guy is.
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just...
Wow, yeah. Gee.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets.
If this were my son, he'd get the...
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled...
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming! I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now.
Oh, chew taste.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn...
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for...
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you...
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not... Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care, have a safe trip home!
All right. Now...
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we...
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Wait, no, that's my job. Don't take it. You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow. No need to bring anything.
You got it!
Great.
Time to set off! Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You said...
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were...
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together.
You got it! Dinner's on tonight!
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go! They think of everything!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So,
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this—
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye.
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it... My dear friend, you know what I am about to say. Excellent! A kindred spirit. A great... But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks...
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be...
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it's...
Someone...
Wait, what?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe...
Medium well.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space...
I ate a lot too. Here it comes.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys...
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually
It's a very powerful
Paimon can't even lift...
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine.
That reminds me of a parting king of Invoke, but right now...
I think they Traveler? Paimon? Are you in?
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out in...
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh. Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! I'll hate them, Kave!
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside. Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno...
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruit.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all...
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to get...
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others... Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never... give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God.
Interesting. These are...
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And it bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the...
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was... Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's these days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's at least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region.
So the Temple of Silence at the
It's possible.
you know all this?
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage and kept the pay.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all—
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of the student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes?
Yep. He ran off.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's... Still, we should...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance... We should pay a visit.
Yes.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence...
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Traveler, Paimon?
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
Them. And where are we going?
Here we are. This is...
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was...
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen... I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his... It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what the...
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home...
Professor, did you hear that a student
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field and I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit after seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his justice.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going...
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten him? Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a... My friends.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia.
I can't believe this is happening to Cyrus of all people. How he always seemed so carefree. Cyno and his friends visit him on a regular basis, and there's never... We've had our quarrels, but it's always over this. And, oh, what about our tomato growing contest? He has to see it through. His plants are doing so well.
Annihilate it.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost...
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but...
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but...
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form...
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was...
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and...
I see. So it could be that this person...
So, how do we find this guy?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just the true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But, as time went by, the Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed at its roots. It was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people toward...
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after...
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the...
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take...
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood...
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake...
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to...
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Alhaitham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back.
Need our help? Whatever you need?
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Alhaitham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Tainari, you are planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and...
Well, if you're sure... Okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can...
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Maybe we should...
Hold on.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean,
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno!
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation.
takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebot. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Rebot on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case, but let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker...
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen...
My thanks to you both.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the...
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and...
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Cyno should count himself lucky that the Traveler and Tighnari got here when they did.
The desert tests the character of all who enter it, and only those with wisdom and courage shall prevail.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go.
So, after you left the campsite...
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would... I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for all Hatham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're
I am aware. And I have accepted, or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you on
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try to look out.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guard...
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of our...
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly...
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too. Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey! Hear that, guys? You're my henchman now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
Extinguished.
Your hard work is paying off. As it should.
In.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here!
Please, step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's?
Wait, so... Hold on, who?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Ooh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy who
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath. All right, you can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader...
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to... My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy...
So we're free to
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood...
He's right. Well...
Hey, Sethos!
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors. Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about... He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told...
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not...
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggled.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as...
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait. What kind of question is that? He's the General Maham...
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say...
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not...
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left. Nope.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're, well, spies. It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all... Mm-hmm.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the...
Ah, here he is. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Ah!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do. You shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then, you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, the test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery. And as the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round, but as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, to preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the...
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all... You and he, Sethos...
You'd like me to...
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to
That power is not yours to reclaim.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield.
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are—
Don't listen to him, Cyno.
I know. But if this is a question of your—
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well—
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we...
Why is he coughing so much? He look...
Pamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago? Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except...
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Pamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia, and things will only continue to improve. Why not?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to all you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious.
I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear you. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he...
Are you sure about
I need to think this through.
All right, well, don't put...
Annihilate. Search.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, he's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up...
So that's one thing. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpower. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion,
when vague images would appear. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, the power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way.
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But, so I will challenge them head on, and win the right to wield this power.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence... Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their... I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go...
Wow, and just like...
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can. In terms that they cannot
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's...
Annihilate. Search. Extinguished. Annihilate.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you...
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now.
Right. And you didn't create this situation.
You're right. We both look at this. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence.
Sounds very fitting.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, Your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must... Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must...
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute if you win.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
Well, after how that went,
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the...
You have to win. You need this power.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small...
Both as General Mahamatra. Yeah. When you put it that way. I've had to overcome a lot to tame...
Exactly!
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. But there must be personal factors at work here, too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba-Moon cares for many more things than he lets on.
All things come to an end. Even time itself. Extinguished!
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Hermanubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect, representing the Temple of Silence.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decisions, Ethos.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Hermanubis himself.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. She's very strong. Sending her out first?
Okay, then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with her, or Paimon will make you regret it!
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
a swift end to the first bout. I now invite the duelists of the second. When you're both ready,
Let's begin.
Watch out!
Go, Tightery, go!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Yeah. Sir.
Yeah. Can't see? I'll uproot you! One with the forest. Sir, keep up and shroud. Rah.
thus ends the second bout. We will.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the. When you're both ready.
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well, and I know what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at the streets below. Then I thought of you, Cyno. You and I both wield the same power, yet the lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. Might, glory, and one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us. Shaped, so show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my it on!
That's all you've got? What happened to searching for your answer? Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule Tula Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
Grandfather.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanubis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Cyno.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize. I'm the general. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and Sethos. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the final...
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragment Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role that...
But doesn't that...
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said
I will try.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamoon's intentions from the very... That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our... Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have... And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the He knew that the Temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the Academia too. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the Academia.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that the Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates. By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluca Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, in all likelihood, though.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but I never.
I like this story.
By the way.
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us.
Someone's got to make the decisions when I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please, if we're going to work together.
I will. All right, well.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Grandfather, we did it. From this day on, the Temple of Silence has the chance to work.
What were you thinking gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer? A one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh-and-blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers. Okay, look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the Academia?
1 month? Try 3.
Tighnari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me? We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat. You in?
Makes sense. I'm in.
Paimon's coming too! Let's go!
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on?
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me? And let's not...
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right. Say, Madame Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but, I was just wondering, remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the Academia? Does that offer still stand? Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madame Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official Academia tour guide.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right! What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup. Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tighnari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's bring them along, too.
You'd better start packing your things. Report for work first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be waiting for you.
What about my allowance? Oh, and is lunch covered?
Don't push your luck. Let's not forget who is compensating whom here.
Hey, man's gotta eat. Help me figure out something for lunch at least. I'm
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in... diligent studying?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look, there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome...
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important org now as a token of my appreciation.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great. Although after the last few days...
Sure.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts.
Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but...
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this. Then...
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Cyno.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champ.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work process.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other...
Everyone's a work in progress.
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's fun. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done.
Do you 3 have anything planned for the rest of the day? If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret for now.
Okay. I think I can guess where you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's curious.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Oh, look at this!
Need any help? As you wish.
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler. Turn around. This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends. When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things.
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way. Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Those were good times. I kinda miss the student life.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental—
Then make it stop. There's somebody there. It's Professor Cyrus. You guys carry on without me.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to jump down! Be careful!
Oh my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Cyno, just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old notebooks?
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the Sage's office. I must have forgotten to take it with me, and no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the Academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. I swung by the old office to have a look around. Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious. Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Look how cute you were when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now you're besting me at those little quips too.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
Huh, that's more like it. Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have got to beat Zaha Hadid.
Or you could find a real hobby, Professor.
Time has passed too, but it turns out grown-up kids are no use. When Nephis comes after me, Cyno still can't do anything to protect me. Oh, that boy.
Great view today. This atmosphere calls for a joke out of left field, to catch the listener unaware.